The Will Steger Foundation knew that it was important that we brought some of the team members and Will to New York City to actually meet with media and garner attention before they left for Ellesmere. And we decided to pick Sam Branson from the UK and Sigrid Ekren from Norway to represent two different countries and two very opposing lifestyles, which we thought would be very interesting for the media. Sam having grown up with a lot of opportunity, and Sigrid having grown up in a small town in Norway where one of the famous polar explorers is from, and then choosing to live in Alaska to dog mush year-round and train for the Iditarod, we thought would be not only interesting in those stories just in and of itself, but also would add to the full story of who these people are on this expedition and why. We've been particular about who we've chosen and what countries are participating. It's all part of that story that we're trying to tell through the expedition.
They're retracing historical routes of early polar explorers that traveled this area at the beginning of the 20th century. And these polar explorers are from the countries that the team members represent, from the UK, from Norway, from the US.
The media has come a long way from where they were a couple years ago with covering this issue to now, okay, global warming is happening, the science is in. 2007 was a tipping point. We had a lot of content, a lot of science, a lot of coverage, and so this time it's really been, what are you doing that's unique, that's different, because you need to grab our attention.
We need to look at a vision of the future, and that's what we have to portray to the kids, but we got to portray that to the adults. We don't have that vision right now, and the vision is really, it's a clean world.
And I think that the audience that we're working with, this Generation Y, emerging leaders, 17 to 28, is something that the media really recognizes and gravitates to that message that we're trying to say, which is this population, this issue is their issue, and they need to be engaged, they need to be mobilizing as a collective voice on this issue, and that this expedition can inspire and help to motivate and mobilize and instigate that kind of process. The media are very interested in following the expedition, from national news networks to print, TV and radio, which is fantastic. It helps get our message out in a myriad of ways to different audiences, as well as to this targeted demographic that we're trying to reach. We're using Web 2.0 and social networking sites such as Facebook, MySpace, and MTV, and other sites that are heavily used by emerging leaders, by the 17 to 28-year-olds, to reach them with our story. We're also using YouTube and trying to look at the video, short format videos that we can get out there. We're also working on mobilizing college campuses and the national youth movement, both engaging them in the Will Steger Foundation and our brand and our work and our mission and programs, but also trying to, one, empower youth around Minnesota, the Midwest, nationally and internationally, to be connected and mobilized, but also two, to mobilize them through that empowerment. And so we're doing that by partnering with national movements, local organizations, as well as using media to also kind of leverage that opportunity of engagement.